got this. You have them, right? Stories? Hey, good morning. Welcome to Live and Local and the Facebook Live, the Ethan Lou Show. Happy Friday morning. It's a flip phone Friday, so crack it out. Open it up. Check your content.
No one knows what you're talking about.
I know.
Look at those guys.
It's going to be a big one, fun one today. Our buddy Andy coming in to do some music. We got all sorts of amazing stories. I love stories.
Let's start with some fun in Waterbury, at the Waterbury Walmart, where two dudes decided they were going to go for a joyride in the motorized shopping carts. Now, neither one of them was handicapped, but they thought they'd have some fun. You know, drive it around the inside first. Driving it around, they stop. They pick up a BB gun. They take it out of the box, put it in their pants.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sure, absolutely.
So now they're driving around, and then they go outside. They're going to, take a spin around the parking lot.
I love those.
Security officers trying to stop these guys. All of a sudden, some customers and the security guys are now having a fight.
Really?
I don't know why. In the article that I sourced, it doesn't say why they were fighting. It just says there was a fight.
Okay.
Okay? So these two dorks, they eventually...
Old school, part of our Bringing It Back word series,
Right.
dorks.
Finally get into I believe it was Honda, and they take off. One of them takes the BB gun, the other one leaves it in one of the shopping carts.
So pointless crimes.
Pointless crimes, and then, maybe 10, 15 minutes later, police catch him on Willow Street in Waterbury. And, they're up on a variety of charges. One guy's bail is $100,000. And it's still
Well, he's probably got priors.
Long list of charges.
But he's probably got priors
Maybe.
for $100,000.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
That's a way to spend an afternoon.
I have a couple of questions.
Sure.
Do they have, does it say in the story anywhere that they have, a bay of the motorized shopping carts at this particular Waterbury Walmart?
No.
And if you didn't arrive in a motorized cart, scooter thing,
Yeah.
why do you need one? How did you get to it? You walked to the cart.
Yeah.
You understand?
What, you mean they're locked up and you have to ask permission to use it?
I'm saying if you can walk from your car
Right.
to the store,
Sure.
what do you need the motorized
Well,
cart
they
for?
weren't doing it because they needed it. They were just doing it because it looked like fun.
I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about people that say they need
I
it.
see what you're saying. Well, maybe some store person who's working at the store, store person, will bring the cart out to the car.
Okay.
Or maybe not. Maybe you have to walk in and
That's what I'm saying. How does one arrange that? How do you qualify to get a cart?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, how do you really know? How do you know that someone who can easily walk just doesn't want to get on that thing and shop, with a motorized cart for the handicapped when you're not handicapped?
I'll tell you how you know.
How do you know?
Remember I used to work at the funeral home.
Yes.
The whole job's showing where to park and trying not to get hit by a car.
Right.
So I'm like, you park over here, please don't hit me with your vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
And there's 2 handicap parking spaces where I worked, and then we would have to invent other ones. And you'd have to make a determination in a hurry. A busy not funeral. You get cars coming up from different angles, and it's a complicated situation. So you got to make these snap determinations. And you don't want to get that wrong, so you're looking for the handicap sticker in somebody's thing.
Sure.
You don't know how many times I've seen people pull into the handicap spot with the handicap sticker.
Mm-hmm.
They get out, they're stretching, they're kicking their legs.
They doing jumping jacks?
They're doing jumping jacks, couple push-ups, all calisthenics, and they walk right in.
Yeah.
And then you get an obviously handicapped person that doesn't have a spot now.
Right.
Because Johnny Jumping Jacks tricked the state into giving him a handicap sticker.
Correct.
What is that about?
I don't know. I do my walk every day over around Ball Pond. Over in that area, it takes me 5 minutes to get there. And we all park on the side of the road. And on a weekend, there's 5 or 6 cars lined up. You're walking their dogs. Some people are running. There was one car yesterday. The guy had a handicap sticker hanging from his mirror. It wasn't handicapped.
No.
He was walking his dog. Dog's name was Ozzy. I wanted to go, dude, what's with the handicap sticker?
Yeah.
It's good to see you walking.
Well, sometimes like they have maybe the passenger, their significant other
Oh.
is handicapped. But if you are not,
Yeah.
and they're not with you, you could either take the sticker out or just choose to use a regular space.
You ever get yelled at for parking in a handicapped spot?
I don't do it.
Without, I did it once.
Yeah.
I got yelled at by someone who was handicapped.
Believe it or not. Here's the other question I have for you. Is this Walmart? I don't know. Is it in the Brass Mill Shopping Center? Or
It's
whatever?
on Wolcott Street. Now, I don't know if that's
So,
the Brass
on the-
Mill or...
I think, I don't know, that could be. Because the Brass Mill, I've told you stories about that parking lot.
Yeah.
You know, it's a whole big shopping complex. It's like a mall.
We should get Large Dave on the phone. He's the expert of Waterbury, Naugatuck, and that all
Yeah.
points towards that.
I just don't remember if the Walmart is part of that complex.
I don't
But
know.
that
I don't think
complex
so.
is a great place to get drugs if you're into drugs.
Oh, that's wonderful, Luke.
I only know that because I told you
Way to let that out of the bag.
I used to have to meet Brad
Oh,
for,
for the
for,
computer.
our Treehouse Comedy
Yeah,
podcast meetings.
right.
And the cops would check us out like,
Sure.
what are you two doing here on a Saturday morning? We're just doing actual business. Why don't you look at the people doing drug deals behind you?
Talk real quick.
Uh-huh.
Talking about computers, nice segue, by the way.
Yeah.
The other story is that a kid's laptop, while his mom was driving him either from school or to school, caught on fire, burst into flames.
Yeah.
That's not good.
No, these devices, man. We don't know the dangers.
They're looking into it.
What happened to the vapes that were exploding on people? Remember, that was a thing. That was a hot thing for like 6.5 weeks.
Vapes exploding.
The
on
vape
people?
pens.
Yes.
People were getting on planes, and all of a sudden their pocket would explode.
That could be one.
Yeah, that could be bad too.
Well, they're looking into this. It's, by the way, a Lenovo computer, like a laptop that the kid was using.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they showed
So-
a picture of it.
You're trying to dog Lenovo.
No, it was done. The computer will not work.
Lenovo stock just
Well,
tanked.
I just said it's in the article on WFSB. I'm just saying.
All right. Well, welcome to Questions and No Answers, the Ethan and Lou Morning Show.
I had an instant reply and can't.
You lost it.
Yeah,
oh,
no, I
got it.
can't
Oh, all
answer.
right.
It's 6:30. Ethan and Lou, intervals of clouds and sun today is 66.
Yeah. If you're into drugs, Brass Mill Center,
How about
Waterbury. Chef recommend.
How about if I just do New Age Collision like every traffic for the rest of the morning?
Oh, I just told you to just do it an extra
No,
time.
I know.
Hey, everybody. Good morning. Happy Friday. Thank you. It is a nice shirt, Aurora.
You can't say Happy Friday.
Well, people are saying it to me, man. They won't stop. They know me, and yet they're still saying things like Happy
I
Friday,
think they're doing it just to aggravate.
Happy Hump Day, Happy Tuesday.
Right. Hey,
We're all-
happy 2 for Tuesday.
We're all very excited that we know what day it is.
Some days you don't know.
Everybody's very. I don't know.
You ask me.
Maybe that's why I don't get down for these day recognition
Yeah,
things.
because you don't know.
Because I don't know it.
That's right. Just one just blends into the other.
That's true. This morning we got so much going on. Let me look at my to-do list. We're gonna have Andy Atkinson in, our buddy, for many, many years, and his style of music is really
His style of
exciting.
music is Neil Young.
Yeah. No, but I've asked him for specific types of things today, and in fact, he wrote a new song for us. And I got to look it up. I think he might have done it about. Well, I know he's bringing the Star Wars song with him,
Okay.
which is one of my favorite
He's
songs.
bringing it with him.
He's gonna play it.
Okay.
It's one of my favorite songs of all time. He wrote a Star Wars song years ago, and then he wrote a new song for us.
Okay.
These are fun. We're gonna have fun with
Is
it.
it fun?
Yeah. You guys like fun? Is anybody here a fan of fun? Welcome to the Happy Gang.
Inside joke there.
You guys having breakfast this morning? Who likes breakfast?
Hey, what are you having for breakfast?
So we're gonna do that.
Yeah.
Coming soon. I shit you not. I have worked on this article for 18 months.
Is this
No, it's 2 years.
Oh, is this Dudleytown?
Yeah, it's 2 years in the making. This Dudleytown article, and I think it's gonna hit Monday morning.
Really?
Yeah,
Is it going to blow the country away?
it's gonna blow the lid off of some secrets.
I should probably read this email that you sent me.
But I have to go. I cannot believe this has taken 2 years.
I believe.
You know, first it was the Freedom of Information request. Took 7 months when it should have taken less than 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Then there's the writing process, and then we went through, you know, sending it to other editors in the company to check my skis, you know. And now here we are. And what we've kept is even stronger. Oh hell. Freaky Fun Flip Phones Friday, that's right. It's a flip 'em out, freaky fun, flip phones, flip flops Friday. It's a never fail Friday.
What time did you do that 2 days ago?
It's a Facebook open phone lines, flip flops, flip 'em out Friday.
That's unbelievable.
What?
Mike,
Are you something you can't talk about?
I can talk about it, but there's no need.
Yeah, you probably should. If
No,
there's
I'm
no
talking
need
about
to.
Ed and Lorraine Warren, that's all. The Bialas, actually.
Ed and Lorraine Warren, they're dead.
Yeah, but there's stuff going on.
Why is there stuff going on? I'm so sick of hearing about Ed and Lorraine Warren.
Oh, you're not going to be sick of this.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me just tell you why, prior to what you're going to tell me, I'm sick of hearing about them. Because they're no longer with us. And every time I do an article like a Dudleytown article, people
I didn't know about this.
people remind me of things I already know about them.
He says he can recount the December 1970 John Rice murder case in New Haven.
Who is this? The guy that has
Not
possession?
New Haven, I'm sorry, New Canaan.
He's got possession of all their museum artifacts. He's one of the sons.
No, I think this is a different thing. He killed his mother, sister, brother, and grandmother.
We're gonna have a murderer on the show.
Only his father, who had left for work early that morning. He's doing a deep dive into that. So when do you need me in the studio?
Who you just read portions of
there's
sentences?
2 seconds. Ed and Lorraine Warren.
Okay,
They're buried together.
right.
Okay, and then he segues into
But who is he?
Mike. Check.
Oh, Mike.
Mike
all right.
Allen.
Yeah. Okay, Mike.
So it's two different stories.
So Mike's got beauty. So what did we say? Thursday? I was thinking Thursday.
That was just Friday.
Oh no, we said Wednesday because Friday's EJ. Thursday we didn't want to interrupt the Mark thing. Wednesday.
Okay.
So next week we got some great Halloween shows.
So
for you.
Wednesday, when do we want him? I'm going to email him back right now.
Ooh, 7. 7. Keep him
45.
No, have him here 7:30.
Okay.
Then you got 45, 15, and if it's really rolling, we push Miss Headlines to 9:15.
All right. And right now we're actually doing a radio show which we probably can get on.
Check it out. Check it out. Check it out.
Here we go.
Good morning from Brazil, Flavio. What's up, man?
You know what they used to call this in the biz? An oldie but goodie.
Yeah.
In the Rolling Stones at I-95.
Want to shout out Flavio checking us out from
Who's Flavio?
Flavio.
Who's Flavio?
Yeah, he's one of our Facebook Live audience members right now.
Oh,
and he's checking
cool.
us out from Brazil.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, Flavio, how are you?
What's up, man?
Yeah.
We love that
Yes, we do.
when we're part of the international, narrative.
Sure.
When we're part of the flavor.
You think there's anybody from the Philippines listening to us?
It could be, possibly. You got to savor that flavor.
They're probably not allowed to.
What, the Philippines? What do you know about the Philippines?
I don't know anything about the Philippines. Do you?
No.
All right. We got a mix of sun and clouds today, 66.
It's a write-off.
Uh-huh. All right.
But who's writing it off?
I don't know.
They are.
Maybe we should just move on.
And they're the ones writing it off.
Didn't you say we have a great missed headlines coming up?
We
First
do.
one?
Absolutely.
All right, about 10 minutes away. Here's your I-95 right now. Traffic update.
I got to cut a promo today. I love cutting an additional promo. She died. Who died? Oh, Aurora, yes. So the wife did Lorraine outlived Ed by a long time.
Yes.
By a long.
By a long. Good.
She died a couple years ago, right?
Correct.
We got to get the guy. Weren't we trying to find the guy who is in possession of the artifacts that were in their museum?
Want me to bring that up to Mike, see if he knows?
See if he knows the guy. And we're not going to get it done in time for Halloween, but who cares?
You will. You don't know Mike.
All right.
You don't know Mike.
That's true. I do know Mike, though. I don't know him as well as you do, but let's just stay calm with the you don't know him.
Okay.
Basically, what I was saying is I'm not sick of them. I'm sick of being reminded that they exist every time I do a Halloween-themed or ghost-themed thing. It's like, well, I can't talk to them.
What do you want? How about if we just make up people that are spooky? to get off the Ed and Lorraine Warren bandwagon, the train, if you will, the motorized handicap cart.
My interests are becoming a fuck ton of work for me.
Why don't you do some more work on Dudleyton?
That was a lot of work. Where are my files? Where are the files I'm supposed to? Oh, they're in the locker.
Somebody probably threw them away.
No, I did an article for the new website, Ultimate Unexplained.
Did they run it?
They published it. It was good, but there's always a but.
There we go. Thank you, Liz. 6:39. It's Lewis with sports.
Yeah, the Dodgers and Rays resume the World Series tonight. They play Game 3 at Globe Life Field in Arlington. The best of 7 set tied at a game apiece. Giants gave up 2 touchdowns in the final 5 minutes. Man, they're good. They are good. Including the go-ahead score with 40 seconds left in a 22-21 loss at Philadelphia. New York falls to 1-6. Jets are home Sunday against the AFC East leading Bills. Sam Darnold expected to return for the Jets under center. Patriots host the 49ers Sunday at Gillette Stadium. It marks the return of Jimmy Garoppolo to Foxborough. Pats are 2-3. The NFL moving this weekend's Raiders-Bucks game out of the Sunday Night Football time slot. It's now set for the afternoon because of a bunch of Raiders players being put on the COVID-19 reserve list. I don't know how moving the game up by 4 hours helps or stops people from getting COVID. I also don't care. That just bought me 4 extra hours of sleep.
Right.
I don't have to stay up till 11:45 to watch the Raiders play.
Thank you, football.
Assuming, set your alarm clock for this.
Yeah.
Assuming they make it available to me, the game. Or will they put it? Will it conflict with the with the Jets game, or something? Right, and I'll have to watch the Jets play get their teeth kicked in by the Bills, 53-0, versus watching 2 of the best teams in football right now.
I feel bad for you.
That's how the NFL likes to do it. And the college football schedule gets more crowded with the Big Ten starting this weekend. That's your check on sports for now.
Check out weekend weather from I-95. We have a mix of sun and clouds today, about 66. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, 66. And on Sunday, we're going to dip to 53 under partly sunny skies. Stay right there for Missed Headlines, just minutes away.
So, that article that I was telling you about for Ultimate Unexplained, I set out, sometimes Ethan can relate to this, I set out to write the article one way. I had one intention,
Yeah.
and it went the other. It went a different way.
Okay.
And the problem with that is this is a niche website. The website is about paranormal stuff, UFOs, extraterrestrials, and true crime. My article was going to be about Wernher Von Braun and he was a Nazi, we'll come back to that, and how during his time developing rockets like the V2 for the Germans during and prior to World War II, he was also rumored to be involved in a lot of paranormal type stuff with the SS, because they were way into that, and UFO stuff. And while there's enough documentation, suggestion out there to source, the more interesting story is how a high-ranking Nazi, Von Braun, not only escapes trial after World War II, but is brought here to the United States under an operation called a top secret operation called Operation Paperclip, along with 1,600 other scientists, to reverse engineer war tech that we were behind the Germans on, and to, help us in the space race. And then Von Braun becomes the head of NASA for many years and is credited with being the genius behind propelling us to the moon. You follow?
I'm following, but it's complicated.
You should read the article, because your mind will be blown, especially as a Jewish person.
Yeah.
I mean, there is no question. His Nazi record is official. and he didn't deny it, but he maintained during his life that he was forced to join the Nazi Party. Others say his ambition led him to it because of all the research financing was going into the rearmament of the German military. So he followed the money so he could build rockets. You got to go check it out.
I thought he was one of the worst guys, though.
Well, at the end of my article, you have to go look for other people who have written books on this to get quotes from them. And there is a woman named Annie Jacobson who I quoted, and she said he had full knowledge of concentration camps. He even took slave labor out of the camps to help him build rockets, build the bones of the rockets. So it's an ethical question.
Yeah.
The United States had to, the Russians are stealing all this German tech at the end of World War II. We're grabbing everything we can, and everybody wants to reverse engineer all the rocketry and stuff like that. So it's an arms race at the end of World War II. So they're stealing scientists, technicians, engineers, and we are too. But how do you explain that to Jewish Americans that you've brought certified Nazis to the United States? You know what I'm saying?
That would be tough.
So that's the article.
Sure
That's what it's all about. And a lot of people know this information, but for those who don't know about Wernher Von Braun, it's pretty fascinating stuff. You follow?
I understand.
All right, cool. The website is called ultimateunexplained.com. And so my point, which I've arrived at,
Have you?
yeah, is that it didn't necessarily make sense for the content that they do,
Yeah.
and thankfully they still published it. I think they only published it because they put so much work into it, and they knew how pissed I would be, and I'd be pissing and moaning on here this morning. Although it could qualify as true crime.
Yeah.
You know? Are you listening to anything I'm saying? Because you look
Yeah.
baffled.
Well, it's layered. It's very complicated.
It's very complicated, and I mentioned that in the article. Yes, Lama says the SS were very into the occult. That is true, and that's exactly where I was headed or intended to go with the article. But the stuff that is extremely well documented about his Nazi record and Operation Paperclip and coming to the United States and running NASA is actually more interesting, which, I don't know, whatever. The Annabelle doll, yeah, Aurora. So that's a good point. Aurora is going back to Ed and Lorraine Warren. So they had possession of the Annabelle doll. It still exists. And I actually saw a news report of the guy. I think it's a family member. I don't know whose kid it is or a stepkid or whatever.
Somebody wrote a blog about it. Was that you?
I didn't know.
Yeah, there's a blog about it on our website.
Yeah? Well, somebody has possession. I think that's related to them. And by now, he's your age. He's not a young man. No offense or anything.
Well, I'm not a young man.
Right.
No offense taken.
But he has possession of all the museum items, and the museum is closed to the public last I checked.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
The website is ultimateunexplained.com, and there's an app, too, just like ours. It's from our company, so the app will look familiar to you. Definitely download it. There's cool stuff, and I'll tell you what else other people are writing about on there today, for instance.
How many blogs a day go up on that site? Articles.
It's a lot. Like, there's a small team working on this, and people are just doing it out of passion.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's a compensation program, but
Sure.
it's not. You're not going to get rich off of it. See photos of the abandoned funeral home that still haunts a small town. Leslie Morgan wrote that one. That's a new one. The White Lady haunts the old Millencocket Main Bridge. I don't know.
Is that the same white lady in the cemetery over in Weston?
No, this is a main story. So it's a national website, so you're going to get stuff from all over the country. And everybody's doing such a great job bringing the noise. But that was my other point. It's like, my passions are becoming a lot of work for me.
Yeah.
This UFO stuff, paranormal stuff.
Sure.
It's just more work.
Don't forget, you got a 3-year-old daughter, okay?
And I got a 3-year-old daughter,
Right.
you know.
Who wears snuffleupagus.
Snuffleupagus.
In the middle of the night.
Snuffleupagus.
It's snuffleupagus.
She's got a big puffy shirt that she wears.
Yeah.
That she says is cozy.
Okay.
But it's got all these wispy things coming off of it.
What are wispy things?
She looks like a Dr. Seuss character.
Okay.
She looks like she just fell out of a tree in the Lorax.
Wow.
Put it that way. That's the best way I can describe it. Lorax. I speak for the trees. One of the great.
That's a one unique 3-year-old right there.
She's very unique, yes. And very advanced, as you might imagine.
Of course. Well,
Richard, good for.
probably gifted.
Yeah, very gifted. Her teacher just said that, so don't be a wise ass. Richard, welcome. All right, good morning, everybody. What else is going on this morning? I think we start it tomorrow. If you happen to be up working on Saturday mornings, or if you're just an early person like me, we're start running a best of Ethan and Lou Saturday morning. It's the early slot.
It's all Ethan and Lou all the time. 6 to 10?
I think so. 5:30 to 10. So the best of the week.
Well,
on
was
I-95.
there something else there? Doesn't Bill do the 10 to 3 shift?
Don't question it too much. I don't know who knows what.
Just asking.
But tomorrow, like a big, smelly, steamy surprise blasting in your face, you'll hear Ethan and Lou on the radio
All right.
with the best of our week.
Okay.
It better be, because I worked on it all week, compiling it all week.
Double check that.
And then, like psycho magic, all the work that I did evaporates, and I have to start all over again Monday.
Say that.
What have you done for me today? Not lately, today. Yes, y'all. Where were we? Okay, here we go. Some coronavirus news. Macy's will not have Santa Claus at its store in New York City for the first time in almost 160 years. Has Macy's been around 160 years?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
That's wild. So when it finally closes under the pressure of Amazon, right, are people going to run into the street and weep openly?
No.
Yeah, they will.
Not it.
They'll be like, this is so sad. The history, my God,
Times.
the history.
They are changing.
Yeah, not for the better. So I've never been a fan of the "you have arrived" best of the week. That will take 5 minutes. Llama. Or you could look at it the other way. You know, it's harder to find, if you're trying to make fun of us, it's harder to find stuff that are best ofs, right? So it should take you weeks to do a best of the week.
That's right.
Don't be a tough guy, Llama. So I've never been a fan of the Santa Claus lap sitting. You know?
You know what? I've thought of that many a time. You get, a 5-year-old or whatever, and he's on Santa's lap.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing that I can think of is the negative impact that
Yeah.
might cause.
Yep.
I shouldn't think that way, but I can't help it.
I don't want to get too weird with this, but I've never had a negative interaction with the Santas there.
Yeah.
You know, we've got some pretty good Santas in our local area. I'll tell you that right now.
I'll tell
I
you,
happen to know.
We got the best one in our area.
Yeah. We're talking about Mo.
Talking about Mo, who sometimes I think he really is Santa.
He really is Santa Claus.
Okay, here we go.
Okay. Do you have the story? Did I give them to you?
I got him. No audio.
All right, sir.
It's I-95, the home of rock and roll, and i95rock.com. Hey, welcome to the show, everybody. It's Friday.
Yeah, it's a freaky open phone lines flip phone Friday.
Ow!
Flip your thong out Friday.
When's Andy coming on? Andy Atkinson?
Our buddy Andy will be here for 2 segments, 7:45 and 8:15. He does music, and he does really fun music. It's really going to be uplifting and fun.
Is he going to play like long Neil Young cuts?
No, I've asked him. I think he's going to do this because I asked him and he said sure. He wrote a Star Wars song years ago
Cool.
that I absolutely love.
Right. Doesn't he have a surprise for?
And he has a surprise new song.
Nice.
So this will be a good time.
All right. It's 6:53. We got a mix of sun and clouds up to 66. Before we get into mixed headlines, let's get the traffic taken care of. Kelly Quinn on the I-95 traffic watch. Morning, Kel.
Oh, love this one. Rich knows Billy Mo. He is awesome. All the chickens. Oh, we have some chicken stuff coming up. Is there a chicken story in here?
I don't know.
I got a duck story in the later missed headlines. I know that much. If you can't go chicken, you go duck here on the Ethan Alou Show. People in their 20s and 30s who feel like the pandemic has robbed them of this year have decided to opt out of aging. They're not going to add a year to their birthday. We should come back to that because I don't have time to get angry enough about it.
All right, I want to do the sponsor here, okay?
Yes, talk to me.
Hold on.
Talk to me. Talk to me.
All right. By the way, Missed Headlines is brought to you by New Age Collision, the New Age Collision Center, General Motors certified collision repair facility where service and quality still exist. From a small fender bender to a big collision repair, these are the guys to get the job done. And they're located in Brookfield at 203-546-7614.
We love New Age Collision.
We do.
Yeah.
Florida man.
Florida, you say.
Under arrest for allegedly attacking his girlfriend with a pumpkin.
Okay, it's that time of the year.
It was only bound to happen.
Pumpkin spice ain't so nice that way, huh?
Largo police say 26-year-old Nathan Gristo was arguing with the woman when she asked him to leave the house. Instead, he reportedly threw the winter squash at her, and then he dumped the pulp and seeds on her. Those are the worst.
Insult to injury.
Right. Responding officers found the girlfriend covered with pumpkin innards.
Innards.
Innards. And arrested Grisko. He now faces a charge of domestic battery.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah.
Do you eat the seeds, the pumpkin seeds?
I do not.
You never done that? Done that. You can lay them out on a pan, you know, you dry them out, you clean them off.
Yeah.
You cover them in salt, you bake them SOBs, and you just pop them in your mouth and eat it. It's good.
I'm done with salt.
You're done with salt. That's right. You got the lipids.
Yeah.
You're working on your heart,
Blood
your
pressure, the
cholesterol,
whole
sure.
deal, man. Yeah.
Oh, good for you.
Okay. So no.
Eat them without salt.
All right. Well, you just said you got to pour like a bucket of salt on.
I'll bet you, everybody out there drinking pumpkin spice, there's probably not even any pumpkin in it. You know, you want some pumpkin? Do my thing. Eat the seeds.
You may be right on that, all right? Here we go. Chilling surveillance video captured a gunfight that broke out after armed intruders stormed a home in northwest Miami-Dade.
Florida, you say?
On the night of October 4th. Ainsley Pacheco.
She is an Instagram model.
Yeah.
Like a hot chick.
She's smoking.
She has one of those OnlyFans pages.
Really?
In this video, butt cheeks out, bro.
All right, well, that's what it's all
And it
about.
gets even better. Continue.
Well, she recounted the horror seen in that surveillance video to local 10 News reporter. Robbers stormed her house, ambushing her husband. Friends and her 7-year-old son ambushed at gunpoint.
Right.
Now, this is what she said. You know, they could have killed him. They could have gotten me killed, too. They didn't care at all. We don't know who they are, but I really hope they get caught. Let's see. Pacheco said a friend pulled up to watch the Heat play in the NBA Finals when waiting criminals caught him off guard.
Yeah, the video is chilling. So listen to what happens, though.
Yeah.
She's hanging out. Her husband or boyfriend, did they say?
Husband.
What'd you hear about this guy?
Yeah.
The kids, a friend. She's chilling, butt cheeks out.
Yeah.
Which is just additional
I
fun.
thought the
for
butt
me.
cheeks was like just a...
She's wearing a thong. No, it's just like, she's just got them out.
Okay.
But they're just hanging out. It looks like family time. She just happens to have her ass out.
All right.
These guys come in masks with guns.
Right.
She goes into her bedroom, gets an Uzi, starts firing back at him.
An Uzi?
It didn't happen right away.
Yeah.
At first, the husband, whoever this cream puff is, has got to go because he does nothing. He's in a panic.
Yeah.
The other friend, male friend, does nothing. She saved the day with her Uzi and her butt cheeks.
Sounds like a tough broad.
She does.
Yeah.
I don't think people appreciate that word anymore.
After an
Although I
eruption-
miss it.
I don't care. After an eruption of gunfire, the intruders finally took off. They finally just ran out, Chico said. My husband ran and got the gun and shot back at the vehicle that was leaving.
That's not what the surveillance video shows.
Yeah, that's what it says
She
here.
went and got the gun.
That's what it says here.
Well, look at the video. I watched it 3 times yesterday
I'm just reading words on a page.
because of the Uzi and the butt cheeks. I watched it 3 times.
Okay, of course you did.
He got nothing.
You got nothing to do.
All right.
Good news for anyone craving Chik-Fil-A sauce at home.
Chickens, you say?
Fast food chain will begin selling its two most popular sauces next month at Walmart and Kroger and Publix.
Now, this is not a rerun story.
Right.
A few months ago, Ethan and I told you that they were making these sauces, delicious, amazing sauces, available for sale at their restaurants.
Okay.
But now they've extended that to grocery stores.
This means fans can give in to their craving anytime they want, even when the restaurants are closed on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Stores in Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Louisiana, and Mississippi will get the 16-ounce bottles first.
Yeah, we don't get them until next year.
National rollout is set for early next year. But we are going to get them, right?
Yeah.
Because you know how much I love sauces.
Have you ever had this?
No.
I'm developing a theory. I've gotten crazier in the last year since I discovered the sauce, right?
Yeah.
And then we've been buying the imitation one, and I've been eating it at home.
What's
constantly.
the imitation one?
You can buy it at Walmart, Kroger,
Okay.
ShopRite, wherever.
What is it, like the same flavor as the one?
It's the same flavor.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
It probably doesn't come close, does it?
it does.
Does it?
Yeah, which is probably why they're selling them in the grocery stores.
Okay.
But I've been getting crazier as I've been eating it. And look at where it's most popular, these sauces, and where they're bringing it first.
Yeah, I saw it. Down south.
Maybe Florida, you say, is the way it is.
Because of the sauces?
Just a theory. I'm just working it out in my head right now,
I
spitballing.
got you. Just saying.
Yeah.
Any more words along those lines you'd like to say?
Meditate on that, is what I'm saying.
Meditate on this.
Get your yoga mat. By the way, mine smells so bad.
What's that? Your
My yoga mat.
You have a yoga mat?
Yeah, I do my push-ups and planks and stuff on it.
On a yoga mat?
Yeah. And I just wipe it off with a paper towel. I wipe the sweat off.
Lovely.
I don't disinfect it every day.
Uh-huh.
So now it smells like a dead body.
Well, I tell you, it sounds delicious.
Yeah.
All right. I think we're going to wrap up Miss Headlines right here.
Okay. All right. I gotta catch up with what you people are saying. Once you go duck, you no longer give a fuck. I like it, Paul. That's good. Young people suck. Oh yeah, let me just finish up with that. So, Ethan,
Yes, Louis.
people in their 20s and 30s who feel that the pandemic has robbed them of this year of their lives have decided to opt out of aging. They're not going to add a year to their age onto their next birthday.
I don't get that. What do you mean?
I can understand why you won't get it because it doesn't make any sense because it's horse shit. They're saying, all right, if the person is 28,
Yeah.
then their birthday comes up,
Yeah.
they're supposed to turn 29. They're saying, no, I'm not 29, I'm 28
28.
because I missed a year.
That's stupid.
Oh, it's really stupid because they aged probably 2 years in this
Tell them to shut the
pandemic year.
fuck up and get back to work.
That's right. Shut the
If they
fuck
have a
up
job.
and get back to work. No, they all have jobs. They have cushy jobs. Not one of them has a callus on their hands.
No, that's a large generalization you're saying there.
Well, what I mean by that is,
What do you mean?
all of us, at some point or another, I feel like, my generation and above, had to try and do things we very much disliked.
Right.
And in many cases, that meant manual labor. For me, it did.
Yeah, I worked between semesters at community college. I worked landscape.
Mm-hmm.
Hated it.
Landscaping, I did. Construction,
And
all that.
all I did was bed work on the side of apartment buildings
Terrible. Sucks.
in the sun, 90 degrees.
And it built motivation inside of me to make sure that I never had to do that.
Right.
And for some people, they love it. That's fine.
Let me stop you right there and
Uh-huh.
let you know we have 3 minutes until we break again.
Okay, so what was my point? So yeah, I don't know too many 20-somethings. In fact, I know none. Except for my cousin Christopher. And my cousin Lewis. Okay, all my cousins. All my cousins have
a
done
lot
it.
from 0 to
No, because it's been a rite of passage in our family that is ingrained in you. Like you work hard, and if that means because we have all these cousins in the trades, you go work for them, and you figure out if you like it. If you don't like it, go find something you do.
What's the break-off age on that? I mean,
It's a great question. It's a great question.
Yeah.
But the point is, other than my cousins, I don't know anybody who does any manual labor today. You know, they put on their scarves and they go right
Scarves.
to working on a computer with their bobbleheads.
Really?
Yeah, and they tell you about life. They write about life and how you don't know about it, and they
It's a
know
good thing
everything.
you're an expert on that.
I know, it really is.
214.
All right, I gotta go, guys.